Hi, good morning and good evening. Have you ever played the game of Jenga? It is a game of blocks. A tower is made, and then every time you would pull one block at a time. When you pull the first block from the building, nothing happens to the building. And then you pull another block, and then you pull another block, and nothing happens. And you keep doing that until you pull that final block which would bring down the whole building. Now, when that happens, if I come to you and say, it is the final block that brought down the building, you would disagree with me. You would quickly correct me and say, no Farid, you are wrong. It is not the final block, but it is many such small blocks that were pulled before this which weakened the building. And when the final block was pulled, it was just a tipping point. And I would say the same thing holds true for leadership. So it never happens that a leader loses his team for just one big wrong decision, or the leader loses team for having a one bad meeting. So it is just like Jenga. It is those small opportunities that you miss to grab and show to your team that you care for them, and then every time you miss to do that, you pull out one block from your leadership building. For example, if you have a top performing team member and you notice that he or she is disengaged recently, while you notice, you do not care to check with them if things are okay with them, if things are okay back home with them. And when you miss to do that, that is one block of leadership that you are pulling out from your leadership building. Similarly, you have a team member who would never take leaves and would constantly come to office, and suddenly you see that that person is taking a lot of leave. Now, while you notice that change, you do not check with them if things are okay with them, or check with them on what has recently changed. And every time you miss to check on that, remember that's an opportunity missed. Remember that is a block in your leadership building that you are pulling out. And when you keep missing these kind of opportunities, one fine day when you come to office and one of your meeting goes wrong, and the team member feels that they were disrespected, and all of a sudden the team loses your trust. But remember, just like Jenga, it did not happen with the final block. So long story short, as you go back to your work on Monday, I would want you to closely watch for signals in your team. Closely watch for opportunities where you can grab and appreciate somebody. And if you see a change in somebody, pause and ask them for the reason. Constantly look for opportunities to help your people. Remember, it is not the big announcements that makes a great leader. It's not the big promotions that makes a great leader. It is those small things when you pause and you act on them. Remember the Jenga story, that it is not the final block that brings down the building. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, keep leading, keep learning, and keep growing. Take care. Bye-bye.